Hey YouTube, doing a quick EDC video here. A buddy of mine on the East Coast just started carrying and shooting a lot and getting into firearms parts. Really unfortunate time for that because of ammo prices and all the craziness in the world, but I mean, at least he's into it. So he's asking a lot of questions, and I figured why not put up a YouTube video in case there are other people who are just searching around trying to find something. Typically, I do also carry an Officer's 1911. It's not in this video because I haven't been carrying it recently, and it's kind of only for special occasions at this point in time. It's a well broken in, relatively highly modified Officer's 1911. It was originally not reliable, and just through shooting it a lot at the range and messing with it, it broke in. And I don't want to say it's Glock reliable because it's a 1911, but it's pretty robust. I've taken it through quite a few classes without any cleaning, and it just keeps on rolling. Anyway, obviously, right now on the table I've got a Glock 19 Gen 5. We've got a Vickers carry trigger, so just the shoe. Nothing else internally modified in terms of the trigger. A TLR7, Cogworks Ambi slide release, or slide lock, excuse me. Vickers mag release, and Vickers night sights. Vickers Elite night sights. Yes, it's loaded, it's my carry gun, and I keep it loaded, so don't bitch. Relatively stock Glock. No stippling, no red dot, obviously. No polishing or internal modification, just a few little things to make it fit me. I'm used to that high ride 1911 grip, so I really like those the Cogworks slide lock lever. Did have to modify it, but it says that on the directions when you get it. You have to kind of move it around a little bit, otherwise it scratches your slide. So, number 2 here is a P365XL. This is not modified at all, minus the Holosun red dot and the gray grip module, which is bitchin'. And both of these guys are in a Tier 1 Axis Elite holster. Well, I think the Glock might just be a regular Axis holster. Okay, so occasionally I'll carry this crossbreed for my P365. I don't like it. It works okay, but if I need something that I want to wear at the 3 o'clock, or if I'm in a tighter pair of pants or something like that where I can't fit the extra magazine on my belt from when I was a little skinnier, this guy works great. I got it. It's not the best. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a crossbreed reckoning. I think there's probably a lot of better options out here. For whatever reason, the retention just isn't great, and they tried to do a lot with this. They tried to make it an appendix or whatever you want holster, and it just, I don't know, it's kind of bulky for that. So that's out of the way. Okay, so belts. I got the Grantham Chiguera Gear webbing belt. This thing's awesome, but if you're carrying appendix, even with this nice slim buckle up front, it does kind of show. So that's more of a backup belt. I kind of use this for work. If I'm carrying and need to go somewhere, I'll take off my heavy duty like leather belt, which is also a carry belt, and I'll throw this on so I can run the 365 in the crossbreed or something. Side note, I've always run a 511 just leather belt because they're cheap and they lasted a long time and they did a great job. For whatever reason, I started getting these nylon belts and I really like them. I think they're a lot more comfortable. My current EDC everyday belt, unless I'm in work clothes, is this Blue Alpha Gear. This thing, I was not sure how long the Velcro was going to last, but I've had it for about a year now, and I am super impressed. Only complaint I have about these guys is that their belt sizing charts are way off, and they know it. You know, you order a belt, it's way too small. You call them, they're like, "Oh yeah, no problem. We'll get you out a new one right now." So their customer service is awesome. Their product is awesome. But just order a size or 2 bigger, depending on what kind of holster setup you got going. And yeah, I think everyone would really. Not everyone. I think this is something everyone could be happy with because it's so easy. You know, you can adjust on the fly if you're in your car. If you had a big meal, just kind of loosen it up, or even let the thing hang loose while you're in the car, and then tighten it back up right when you get back in. So on to other shit. If you carry a gun, carry a tourniquet. If you carry a gun, get medical training. We all know that, but a lot of people don't do it. So I just have a rats here. Also, this is unpopular with some people, and I understand why, but I have dogs, and this works for me and it works for the dogs. And it's very compact. So while it's not the best, it's not a cat or a Recon medical tourniquet. It's great. It does the job. It's better than nothing. It's better than trying to use your belt or some weird shit like that. Just get a tourniquet, find a good place for it, carry it. Love me some Spyderco knives. Wife got me this for Christmas a couple years ago. I use it all the time for all sorts of shit I shouldn't use it for, like screwdrivers and other things. It still remains sharp. And it sharpens easily when it does go dull. Streamlight, little pen light here, USB rechargeable. I think this is either 90 and 250 or 50 and 250 lumens. Easy to recharge. Lasts quite a long time. Taken this on quite a few trips. I use it all the time. You can put it on the brim of your hat or on your pants. Super handy, super small. I mean, it just doesn't get any easier to have a nice little light like this. And you'd be surprised how often you use it when you don't carry it. So I think every man should carry a pen. Obviously, this is a little more tactical. It's a tactical pen, right? I don't know. My wife got this for me a couple years ago. She got one for her and one for myself just to try them out, see what they're like. Turns out every time we go on a trip, can't carry firearms, we take one of these bad boys in a folder so it doesn't get flagged by TSA like in the little bucket. And I've never had a problem with it. I'm sure it's TSA approved, but you never know what those guys are thinking or what they know. A lot of those guys get a job and don't know what they're doing, and this could be something they'd want to take away and throw out. So it's just a Schroeder. It's not a super nice one. Another buddy of mine has a Microtech that's half this size. Awesome, but I am way too cheap. And every adult should have a watch. It's, I don't know. Digital watches are cool. I'm old school. Come from a family where dad was Army Special Forces, cousins and uncles were Army Rangers, and they carried analog watches. So that's what I have. And per recommendation from a good buddy of mine who I haven't talked to in a long while, he did several tours in Afghanistan with a Luminox, and the tritium remained so bright that he'd get yelled at by his other recon platoon guys, and ended up having to cover this thing or put it in a pouch or something. I can't remember the whole story, but essentially this is a kick-ass watch that survived a few deployments in a terrible place. So anyway, that's what I got for you guys. Trying to keep it quick here. Yeah. If you got a gun, carry a tourniquet. If you have a tourniquet, get training with it. Hopefully, if you guys are looking at either of those belts, you like them, or you have a little more confidence in possibly buying them. And this Blue Alpha gear, it's only like $36. It's a kick-ass deal for what you get. All right, thanks for watching.